Here we go.
Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Creighton Show. Okay, first, let me just say this real quick. Man, a big thank you. Thank you. I'm over 200 subscribers right now, so that is great, man. Y'all just keep that up and keep telling everyone about this show. So, but it's just wonderful, man. You'll never know what that means to me. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. I want to bring up the graphic and show you what we have in store right here. You can just take a look at it real quick of what we're going to be doing and talking about. And while you take a look at that real quick, I want to just invite all of you as well to come to my Facebook page. I'll put that up right there. Got that, and our Facebook thing right there is just the same as our Twitter. So either way, but that's the best way to get in touch with me is through Facebook. Okay, so now that all that is out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the show, and let's go to theme park news.
Everything looks good. I think this time it's going to work.
Warning. Cooling levels dropping.
Alright. So I gotta first start off about let's talk about Universal for a minute. The Betty Boop and tribute to I Love Lucy at Universal Studios, it has been shut down. Which I hate that because, it was kind of like a walk-in small museum almost. Like you get to see real artifacts of things from the show and things like that. I mean, it was really a cool spot, and it was a little spot as well to buy like Betty Boop merchandise as well. And believe me, I bought a lot of ex-girlfriends some Betty Boop stuff. But anyway, so it's just, but that's there no more. So that's down. That's not there. So, okay, so what's new that's coming up at Universal? Well, they've shut down the Disaster Ride at Universal, and they're going to be shutting down Beetlejuice, that show. And in part, the reason they're doing that is that they're making a new ride, a Fast and Furious ride. So it's going to be a high-octane themed thrill ride. I'm not a real big fan, personally, of Fast and Furious. I always just thought it was, one of those action films that was kind of like, so what? But it's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, it's obviously going to be good if they're shutting down 2 attractions to open up this one. And the theme of it, per se, is like you'll go into the headquarters of where Vin Diesel, and I know that Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is going to have a part in it, and whoever else those people are that play in that movie. So it's going to be, you go in, you see their headquarters, you see their cars, and then you'll get to ride the ride. So it ought to be, pretty good. I would imagine. I don't know. You never know until you try it, right? So, but that's what I've got really on Universal Studios. So now let's go to the Mickey Mouse, to the Mouse Disney theme park stuff. as you probably know, and you hear me talk about all the time, that Hollywood studios, they're building, the massive Star Wars land and Toy Story land. But what people don't realize, it's going to take about 10 years for all this to really come to life, like to where you can go and enjoy it. Now, what are they doing right now? Because, really Hollywood Studios, it's like a half a day kind of park. So, but right now, currently, what they're doing is a meet and greet. Here, let me pull up that picture real quick so you can take a look at it. The magic of Disney animation seriously cut down on the amount of characters of the meet and greet that, was available at Hollywood Studios. So characters are going to be coming back to the park in a big way. Some of the characters that meet and greet that were lost with this former attraction. So, but we've heard that, like Mr. Incredible, the Mr. Incredible and the Incredibles will be there. Of course, Mickey with the sorcerer hat and things like that. So that's what's going on currently, right now. And also, at Disney, at Hollywood Studios, they're building a new theater. And it's the Villains show. I've got a picture of that real quick, so let me pull that up. Okay, so you see that right there. So basically, alright, it's called A New Villains Show. And it looks like they're, getting a brand new show. And it's going to be of all the villains. And it's multiple villains, actually. Excuse me. Multiple villains. And, something like a lounge or something. And all the villains come in. But we do know that it's going to happen because they've been auditioning for backup dancers and things like that. So that's what's happening. Really, there's nothing too terribly much more on the theme park news. But what's coming up next? The Halloween Horror Nights. So let's go on and get to that real quick. Okay, as you can tell, we're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, my favorite thing in the world. Now, I'm talking about Halloween Horror Nights 25, that's going to be in Orlando, Florida. Now, they've got the complete lineup, so I'm here to tell you what's actually going to be there and what's going to happen. Some of them, they don't have promo videos for the new announcements and things like that, but some of them they don't. But, let's go to the first one. The Body Collector. They've returned, descending upon Shady Brook Asylum to collect the human parts they require. Screams echo of the hallways as a blizzard rages outside while sharpened blades swirl inside. So it's supposed to be pretty good. Then there's another new maze. Run. You've just been selected as a contest on Run, a brutal TV show where everyday people are stalked by killed assassins. Just remember, the more horrifying the death, the higher your rankings. And then, of course, there's Asylum 3D in Wonderland. Follow the white rabbit through the looking glass and into the murderous 3D wonderland. In this world, all of Alice's mind are in the images we see real enough to kill us. Who knows? So, and then of course there's the one that's 25 years of monsters and mayhem. This ought to be pretty good. Reveal the most terrifying moments of the past 25 years as Jack releases our catalog of creatures in one maze. You'll be attacked by Universal Classic monsters, meat-grinding maniacs, and the friends of Halloween Horror Nights past. So that's going to be awesome. Then, of course, there's this one I haven't touched on. An American Werewolf in London. So if you're in England or over there, this would terrify you half to death. Step into John Landis's landmark of 1981 horror classic film. From the attack on the English moors to the bone-crunching transformations, it's one of the most popular houses in Halloween Horror Nights inquiry. And we do have a video of that, so let's cut to that real quick and we can watch it. Pretty cool, huh? Now, there's another maze as well. The Purge. This year's Purge is more brutal than ever. From the moment you step inside the house, dozens of vicious vigilantes will descend upon you as they exercise their right to purge. So, basically, this is going back to the first movie of The Purge. And let's show you the video of what The Purge is going to be about.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing The Purge at Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Nights, here's the plan. Necessary provisions will arrive to allow my friends and I to release the beast, and more importantly, ensure that this year's Purge Night will be one to remember.
Alright, so let's talk about the scare zones. This is the one topic that everybody who's a fan or goes is really curious about. So I do have them all, and I have the locations and things like that, and I even have a few pictures up that I'll throw up, I'll talk about the actual scare zone. Alright, so basically you're going to walk through 5 nightmarish scare zones. So let's go through them. One is Psychoscarapy Unleashed. Okay, the criminally insane inmates of Shady Brook Asylum has escaped and stumbled upon Halloween block party in the streets of New York. They quickly decide they'll kill just to be killing or for some customs of their own. And this is located in New York, that section. And it's just basically going to be where inmates escaped in the Hollywood block party. It went wrong. And it's going to be complete chaos. It's going to be great. Alright, so the other one is Icons of Halloween Horror Night. They're going to be the eeriest of the last 25 years, and the storyteller, the director, the usher, and they're all going to come back for like very monstrous things. So that's going to be very cool. And that location is going to be on Hollywood, right there in Hollywood, where I believe it's that ice cream place and Terminator and all that. So that's going to be awesome. Then the other one is Scary Tales Scream Punk. Okay, this is going to be like a classic fairy tale characters that get into a sinister, scary, and you're immersed in the wicked world of steampunk. It's going to be located on the Avenue of Stars, so it's going to be right before that other one I told you about. So the Avenue of Stars is where Scary Tales Scream Punk is going to be. Then there's Evil's Root. Okay, your darkest fear will take over, and it's basically you'll face evil fairies, humanoid bats, and scarecrows, and just more horror. I don't know. It seems pretty good. And it's going to be located in Central Park as well. So, and then there's All Night Die-In and double feature. So, okay, the Cary Drive-In movie theater has been closed basically for decades, and there's been grisly murders that's during a double take feature. It's lights, camera, carnage, and in the theater nicknamed Die-In. That's what I got on that. So, and there's also going to be two other shows that's announced at Halloween Horror Nights as well. Of course, there's Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, which is really great. It's not like scary, but it's really fun. They sing like songs and have a real great show. That's really good. And then the Carnage Returns show. And let me pull this. I'm just gonna bring my note out. Sorry. Okay, it's saying basically that Jack the Clown is taking Halloween Horror Nights back in a blaze of murderous mayhem with his army of feared followers and his companion in carnage, Chance. Remember, Jack always gets the last laugh. So there's that, and there's also the Rocky Horror Tribute show, which is always there. That is like always. Even if you don't like it and you go to it, it's great just to see that show. I mean, even if you're not into it, you just go and have a good time. Now we got more or less everything done and out the way with that. Now I want to, you sit here and listen to me tell you about Halloween Horror Nights, okay? I want to show you a video clip. It's not before. I'm going to leave that, and then we'll go on to our next segment. So, look at this video clip, and basically it's two young people that broke into Halloween Horror Nights, and I don't want to ruin it, but you can just watch it, and it's not that long, but here, just take a look at it, and then after that, we'll go to our next segment.
He's gone, he is gone! We need to get out of here. We have to get out of here. Stop! No! Stop! Stop! No! 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 Oh no!
Don't look.
Well, thank you for watching, and I'm the old man. Well, look, I'm going to start this off, this little segment here, about the Frontierland up there in Disney. Now, what you may not know is that up there, there's you can see a wooden leg, and it's labeled Smith. Well, there's a reason for that. The reason it's like that because in Mary Poppins, Bert, he says, I knew a man with a wooden leg named Smith. And Uncle Albert, he responded by saying, well, what was the name of the other leg? Now, I know that old Jorge, he tells me some wonderful stories about, Disney, so I want to tell you one that I know you ain't heard this. There's these two itty bitty little girls from England, and they was out there in Disney. There was an Epcot with the giant golf balls at, the big golf ball. But they was out there at Epcot, and they were standing out there, and they was just eating their ice cream and enjoying the day and enjoying the sunshine. And then all of a sudden, two fat squirrels came out of nowhere. Fat, gargantuan squirrels. They came out and they jumped on their leg, and the two little ones went to running and screaming, and then it was just all chaos, and it just broke out all because of squirrels.
Do you hear it? It's a funny squeaky sound.
You couldn't hear a dump truck driving through a nitroglycerin plant.
Shh. I hear it too. Don't hear it anymore.
I guess some people just have a fear of squirrels. Well, another little thing about that is over here at MGM or Hollywood Studios or wherever they call it, at the Tower of Terror. The Tower of Terror. Now, when you look out there in the waiting room or the queue, you'll see a lot of references to the Twilight Zone. And you'll see Burgess Meredith, his broken glasses. And then you'll see a book that don't make no kind of dang sense, but they've translated the script, and it's aliens. And what it means is to serve man. Now, most of y'all go on vacation and you get so wrapped up in this and that, and you forget about that old good quality family time. Well, I got two jokes I want to give you. So, let me tell you some jokes that you can tell your family while you're on vacation, just from the old man here. Alright. Well, why was Tigger having his head in the toilet? Because he was looking for poo. Now for my second joke here, there was these two blondes, and they were driving down to Walt Disney World. Oh, they jumped in the car and was ready and going and having a great time. Well, as they were approaching Disney World, and they looked, and the sign said, Walt Disney World, left. So they got confused, and they turned around, and they left and went back home. So, I'll tell you another little interesting fact here. Over here at MGM, or whatever you call that thing, the Toy Story people, whenever, they used to do this now, but they don't do it no more. But you could say, Andy is coming! And then they would just fall on the ground, flat. Well, they quit doing it for safety purposes. Well, I wish I'd still do that. They did that, I'd do that all day long, just to see these people fall on the floor. Alright, some people at Disney, they ask employees kind of crazy things. Well, Jorge said that he had this woman come up to him and say, "Excuse me, sir, do you work here?" He thought to himself, "No, lady, I'm just wearing this blue and purple bellhop just because I felt like it today." Here's another little fact you may not know, is the aquarium, the seas. It is so large that you could fit Spaceship Earth, that you could fit that in there on the inside of it. I did not know that. And also at Epcot, they got a thing called Crush, and he'll talk to you. A live animation turtle will sit there and yap at you. Oh, I gives me a headache thinking about it. Oh, Lord. Alrighty, well, I'm going to let you get back to Mr. Hobbs, and the old man's going to go and, I reckon, eat some ice cream. Well, thank you for watching, y'all.
Okay, so here's the new segment that we've got, and it's travel tips. Now, this is one little travel tip. A open Coke can, Diet Coke. Ooh. Now, you do not want to leave those open when you leave, because they attract animals, critters, and things like that. I would highly suggest taking those and just taking a quick look through and throwing open things like that away. Now, my second travel tip that I got, okay, is how to store a key. See that? Extra key? Okay, now you're probably like, well, why? Because sometimes when you go on vacation, it happens, you lose your keys. And as well, like if you have an animal that somebody needs to come by every day and feed it and take it out or whatever, or that kind of thing, you need to have a place to where you and that other person know. So I'm going to show you this. Take a empty bottle, just an empty prescription bottle per se, and just take the top off, put your key in, put the top in, and bury it. Now, when I say before you bury it, I should say this: get a fake flower. Go to the dollar store, just somewhere cheap, and buy a fake flower, stick it on top, tape it or duct tape it or something, then bury it and have that one particular flower somewhere to where you and that one other person would know. And then that way you've got a backup, but it's safe and as well, so other people won't get it. So let me put that, there you go. Alright, so let me bring you my third travel tip. You really need to bring sunglasses. Now, the reason being is because the Florida sun in Orlando is pretty brutal. And when you go to like Halloween Horror Nights or even to an attraction that's dimmer, your eyes need to adjust from the light balance. And if you're wearing sunglasses, that really does help, especially if you're with somebody who is like diabetic or has, you know, seeing problems. So bring sunglasses. And my final tip for today is basically bring sunblock. Not sun lotion, I've said that before, but sunblock. Oh! Because if you're like me, where you turn only white and red, and then you start peeling, so look, just take sunblock and put it on there, put it on your nose and neck and wherever your skin is exposed, because you will be hurting if you don't. You're going to be nice and good and toasty. So, those really are my travel tips. So, thank you for watching. Okay, so these are where I get to read some of your questions and things like that. And it's weird because I got like 2 from like my email, and they wanted to remain anonymous, so this is for these two. So my first question, it is, okay, Creighton, you've talked about all these great places to eat and stuff like that, but I'm wondering, is there anywhere in any of these parks that serves sushi? And if so, would you eat there? Well, let me answer that. I don't know if there's anywhere that serves sushi. I think they have them somewhere in, I don't know, but I cannot say yes or no, because personally I hate sushi. I get sick when I just look at it and smell it. It's disgusting. But I'm sorry, I don't know. Sorry. Alright, my second question. If you were to go on an airplane, would you jump out of it? Basically, what I'm saying is, would you go parachuting? Well, to answer that, no, I would not jump out of a perfectly moving airplane. That doesn't sound great. Now, if I have a parachute, possibly. But I probably wouldn't do it. If I felt the need to do that, in Orlando, they have what they call indoor skydiving. Much safer, much easier, much cooler, and that's what I would do. So, check that out. Indoor skydiving. Actually, let me pull up a clip, and I'll show you what that's about. And then after that, we'll end the show real quick. So here, check this clip out. Well, it's that time for the show to end. But, alright, so I want to first off and say to all my new subscribers, thank you, that is awesome. And also, if you like this, give it a thumbs up and share it. Man, tell everybody you can about it. That's what I love to do. It's great, it's fun. It started off as like a little hobby, and it's just growing and growing. So, but check me out on Facebook right here. It's got that up, and our Facebook is the same as Twitter. So, but I can get messages through there, or you can send me a message through my email. That'd be great too. So, other than that, if you have any questions, send me an email or contact me on through Facebook. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.